Hi, morning everyone. Welcome to our weekly webinar at 11:15. Today I'll be giving a quick overview on Hype International. This is a turnaround story whereby we mainly riding on the growth wave of Xiaomi Mi 4 phones, right? Firstly, about the company, it's a turnkey contract manufacturer and serves major brands in the mobile phones, household personal care appliances, as well as the computer peripherals, medical devices, and industrial devices. And it has over a dozen manufacturing plants, primarily in China, and also it has a new Nantong plant that is expected to be up by the end of fourth quarter FY14, right? Mainly on this is revenue mainly comprises of contributions from the US as followed by the PRC and Europe, whereas the main bulk of its revenue is derived from the wireless business unit, where it is mainly in trend with the global smartphone industry. Right. On the key investment merit is the main investment merit is mainly that you will benefit from the strong, potentially strong sales of the Xiaomi Mi 4 phones as well, and the overall outlook on the smartphone industry. Right. Other key merits will include the new Nantong plant that will expand this production space by at least estimated of 17%, and there's a potential sales opportunity that's from the dual screen Yota Phone 2, which is a unique phone that's sports a Kindle-like screen or on the back of the phone, and its main selling point is mainly it will help to conserve battery power as compared to other smartphones. Right. Currently, the share is trading at a 1 times forward price over book, and as well as at 6.6 times EV over EBITDA, and that's below its peers average of 1.2 times PB and 8.6 times EV over EBITDA respectively. We value the target, the stock at the target price of 88 cents. This implies over 20% potential return, and we're recommending on with a buy rating, right? So diving more into in-depth of the main story and the key investment merit is mainly that the Xiaomi phones is gaining global market shares, and Hype International is one of the two suppliers that supplies the Xiaomi Mi 4's metal frame alongside Foxconn. Also, if you look at the charts on the bottom left, you see that Xiaomi has been gaining market shares globally. Right now, is now the third top-selling hand smartphones behind Apple and Samsung, and it's also gaining very strong market shares in China, and it's also and it's expected to go on sale in India from 28 January 2015. So, and will be selling for about 2/3 of the price of the Samsung Galaxy S5. So this is one of the key reason that why very likely that the Mi 4 phones will be able to take off very well in the emerging markets of India, right, as it appeals mainly to price-sensitive consumer markets. Current the production yield, or as of the third quarter, is about 30-40% for the Mi 4, and given that it's still in the initial stage of the project, we do expect that there's further room for upside in the production yield, and management has shared its targets to hit 60% yield by the end of FY14. So that will imply that there will be at least a 60% increase in the orders for the Mi 4 phone. So if you look at the chart on the bottom right, you'll see that the Xiaomi Mi 4 has been growing very strong steadily at over 220% growth as expected by the end of FY14, having sold over 61 million handsets. Right. Other opportunities that may benefit Hype International is that there's an industry-wide trend on the smartphone design, whereby smartphones are beginning to shift from the plastic to more metal components, and mainly this will help benefits Hype International, as it will take on more metal processing works for its wireless business units. Right. Yota Phone also offers a potential growth opportunity, as this phone is the key selling point. Is offering like a Kindle-like screen display on the back, and that will help to conserve battery power over other smartphones when user utilize more of the e-ink display on the back. Right, Hype International provides the design and the assembly of the of the Utah Phone 2, and it stands to benefit on the successful sales takeoff in China and the Asia Pacific markets. Right? Other opportunities that offer that Hype may possibly benefit will be coming from the Internet of Things trend, as well as consumer wearables, offering a growth potential, growth opportunity as the industry geared towards a smart home initiatives. Right. On the financials, Hype International has a very spectacular turnaround start in the third quarter. That's due mainly due to a positive product mix shift, as it earns a better margin, mainly from the components and metal processing projects, right? As well as optimized cost control, right? And we do expect stronger performance going ahead, mainly over the Xiaomi's growth wave, as well as the positive industry outlook, and the better utilization of its production capacity. Right now, the plant production capacity is utilized at roughly about 50%. So, given there's more potential sales order coming from the Xiaomi Mi 4 phones, we do think that the production utilization will increase going forward. Right. And on the valuation, right now, Hype International is currently trading at a discount in terms of the price of a book below its peers, which we compare to the likes of Venture Corp and MTech Engineering, where it does similar business, more on the electronic manufacturing services and so the plastic components. So we do think with the stronger performance insights and the stronger growth sales, this will be coming from the Mi 4 phones, with the Xiaomi Mi 4 is selling in India as well as other emerging markets in Asia Pacific. We think that there's further upside to Hype's international share price, which right now is currently trading at a forward price over book of 1 times, as well as forward EV over EBITDA of 6.6 times, which is below its peers average of 1.2 times and 8.6 times respectively. Based on the peers multiple of 1.2 times price over book, we think that the Hype International would be has a potential valuation of 88 cents, which implies over 20% upside from the current share price. Right, quick company snapshot. Right now, the Hype International price is about 73 to 74 cents, and the market cap is close to 600 million. Right, trailing 12 months EV over EBITDA is roughly about 7.1 times, and it's still below its comparables of 8.6 times. Right, I think since the second half of FY14, share price has been climbing steadily up, and the trading volume has also been increasing on a positive trend. Right. So that's the quick summarization of Hype International, which we have recently initiated coverage last Friday. So right, we'll take your questions at this point. Right. Right. At this point, if you have any questions, do post them on the webinar, and we will take your questions. Hi, if any questions with regards to Hype International or anything regarding the Singapore economy and other stocks under our coverage, feel free to key in and we will take them shortly.
Hi, Benjamin speaking here. There's a question on our take on the capital privatization. So I'll give it from two perspectives, one from the KLand shareholders perspective and the other on Keppel Corp. Right, so from Keppel-Land's shareholders perspective, the premium that's being offered currently stands about 20% at the base price and 26% at the final offer price if you hit 90% of the remaining shareholding. So from KLand's perspective, I would say that the offer is pretty attractive currently, right? As the stock is trading at about 0.7 to 0.74 times price to book, and the offer price is about 0.83 to 0.88 price to book. Right? So the premium wise seems quite justifiable and attractive, considering that for the residential property market, the outlook is pretty soft for the next, at least for the near term. Right, so for Keppel-Land shareholders, the offer is attractive. Right, for Keppel Corp wise, that still remains a question as to whether they can extract any synergies out of this privatization move. Right, currently, the O&M portfolio that they are holding, right, that's what people usually purchase Keppel Corp for. Right, ROE is good. Right, it's a cash generative business as well. Right, ROE in terms of in comparison with Keppel-Land is much better. Right, so when if the full privatization goes through, we'll see the gearing go up to 0.41 times from point about 1.1 times. Right, although the management through their pro forma statements has stated that both ROE as well as EPS is immediately accretive as of FY14. Right, for the valuation wise, we are not too sure if that will be accretive. Right, considering that if we fully consolidate the results of Keppel-Land, right, when they take quite a big conglomerate discount on Keppel Corp. But currently it's holding about 54.6%, so that's why we don't take a conglomerate discount. But if it's consolidated the books in terms of the full results, we might take a 10 to 50% conglomerate, as usually from what you observe, conglomerates trade about 10 to 15% discount. Right? So for Keppel Corp, in summary, for Keppel Corp shareholders, right, in the near term wise, might not be such a good strategic move, right? Impact on valuation and so on. Right, but of course, the diversification of its revenue stream, right, should be quite beneficial, considering that this is a sign that management is not too confident of the prospects of the offshore and marine, at least for the next 2 to 3 years, considering the current outlook on the offshore and marine industry. Right, but long-term wise, they're hoping to extract long-term strategic value for its investors. Right. Currently, we don't have a target price for Keppel Corp, at least a rated target price, that is. Right, we have suspended coverage on Keppel Corp and Sembcorp temporarily, right? And then we'll be reinitiating in the near future, probably in the next few months or so. Right, once we find the bottom for the oil market, that's when we'll come in and reinitiate and give you guys a proper rating. Right? Hi, Benjamin here again. Right, in terms of, we don't have a weighted target price, but consensus prices are ranging between 850 to 950 currently.
Hi, just a very quick follow-up. Because we have a few readers asking about our house view on gold price as well as with the gold mining index as the leading indication for gold price. Okay, Kenneth is not around today, so would you please I would advise that you just forward the questions to Kenneth's email. Thank you.
Hi, this is Lin Sin, your Asia ex Japan macroecons. As the macroeconomist Osama, my colleague, who is currently covering Eurozone, he's not around, and someone actually inquires on what are the as in any short-term turbulence to the market with the latest Greece election results. At the moment, we see that there might be some because that sorry, let me rephrase that. the anti-austerity leftist party actually won the latest Greek elections. So they're actually asking for a renegotiation for the bailout program. So if they are going to dump all the austerity program which has been imposed on them when they during their economic crisis back then, there are two actually possible outcomes where if all these downside risks are realized. One is being that whether Greece's economy recovery will be sustainable, and that would actually impact the Eurozone economy in a sense. And also, if they are going to reject, or they are going to reverse all the austerity program that has been imposed on them, that actually might cause a debt crisis in Eurozone, and also it might also set an example for other anti-austerity countries who are actually having elections soon, meaning Spain, which will be having their elections in November this year. So if they are going to set Hello, can you guys actually hear me? If anyone hears anything, just yep, thank you. Okay. So in that sense, we would see much more volatility in the Eurozone market. Yep, hope that answer your questions.
Hello, this is Caroline here. There's a question that asks, will Kaplan shareholder be paid with the special distribution of 26 cents before the privatization? Just from what we understand, the dividend for the FY14 is about is 14 cents, not 26 cents, and per the circular, it actually indicates that if the settlement of the share offer is before the book closure for the dividend, then the price of 4.38 and the higher offer 4.60 stays. But if it's after the book closure, the price will be adjusted accordingly, which means that it will be 4.24 and 4.46 reduced accordingly per the dividend. So in this case, the offer price is actually taking into account of the dividend already. Thanks.
Hi, at this point, are there any further questions?
Hello. There's a question that put that just indicates any impact on capital land price. Can I just inquire what 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 is the what do you mean by this question in this sense? Like, what do you mean? What affect capital land price? Can please elaborate? Thanks.
Okay, someone actually asked regarding the China A50 shares, what are we expecting? So actually, last Friday there's actually a private research report on China's capital flow reports. There's actually a huge outflow of funds from China due to investors being risk averse, as well as they're trying to hedge China yuan's depreciation against US dollar. So with this, right, China government actually injected quite a bit of liquidity and decreased the repo rates last Friday. So with this, the market is actually speculating more interest rate cuts, including the required reserve ratio, the last resort for government to boost the economy as well as to support the equity market. So in that sense, probably I would say that I'm still quite positive on the China equity market.
Hi, there's a question on what's the reason for the Tiger Air price to go up by 17% today. They announced their third quarter results, and this quarter it was a profit of 2.2 million as opposed to a loss from the same quarter in the previous year.
Hi, at this time, are there any further questions?
Someone inquires about whether to buy the same counter in the dual listed counter, whether to buy it in Shanghai or in Hong Kong. At the moment, right, generally most of the Shanghai listed counters are trading in premium to their Hong Kong counterparts. So if you are looking for a bargain, right, then probably you might wish to purchase it in the Hong Kong listed Hong Kong exchange. Or if you are actually looking for probably capital gain in terms of renminbi, then probably you might want to buy it in the Shanghai market. Yep.
Hi, Benjamin here. The question on how low do we see oil price going to? We currently for our research team, we don't have a fundamental call on oil prices, but if you refer to Kenner's technical report on oil prices about 2 weeks ago, for him the key strong support level is between 35 to $40. Right?
Hi. With this, we will end the webinar. Right. Thank you for listening in, and do look forward to our next week's webinar at same time, 11:15 a.m. on Monday. Thank you.